Hello everyone and welcome to Risen Esports Week 2 of Dominate Playoffs. My name is XT and I am joined by Syncrustier. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
Doing great myself. We are excited to bring this exciting second week of playoffs, Team 18 versus Screen Suns Gaming. And this is actually a pretty interesting matchup. We've already seen this matchup already in Week 10. And now we're going to be seeing it again in a best of 3 to determine who will move on to the next round of playoffs. Syncrustier, I'm not too sure if you've seen these two teams play before, but what are your thoughts overall on these two teams?
I mean, within Risen, Suns Gaming has a little bit of star power, I suppose. But I haven't seen Team 18 play. I did cast a Suns Gaming game back when you were jungling for them, I believe. And they looked pretty strong then. But I don't know how they compare to Team 18. We're already into bans.
Yeah, and going right into pick and bans here, we are going to be seeing a ward ban Zyra and Orianna for Team 18, and for SSG, they're going to be banning Tristana, Jarvan IV, and Alistar. So we are in patch 8.5, and it's really interesting to see, as Sion is instantly locked in, it's really interesting to see how much the meta has changed to a more macro game-oriented meta, as it's less about winning the lane, but now focusing on the mid-game team fighting, which SSG has been pretty good at as of late. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how these two teams will fare heading into our first game of playoffs.
Yeah, Jarvan has also gone up a lot in priority, especially with the having gotten rid of Tracker's Knife. It's changed the jungle meta around a lot. Sejuani isn't nearly as strong as she was before. She's still really strong, but
yeah,
in a different spot in the jungle meta has kind of expanded. We have Caitlyn and Morgana picked up for Suns Gaming,
and in response,
Jinx and Braum.
Yeah, Jinx Braum. Pretty surprising not to see a Desire Rakan combo come out for SSG. Maybe not really confident in it. Morgana, though, one of the better mage support picks out right now. Her Dark Binding is able to do a lot, and her ultimate can disrupt a lot of fights. Caitlyn, too, a relatively safe pick, although you wouldn't really see Caitlyn being blind picked because you can be threatened by the Jinx and the Braum, which are two very strong ADCs right now in patch 8.5. Jinx just being able to do a lot of damage after finishing her Rune-On Hurricane and her IE, having a 2-item power spike as opposed to a 3. And Braum, also the premier support in the bot lane. He's able to do it all, as Maokai is going to be the last pick for SSG, and Echo is going to be banned for Team 18.
Yeah, a lot of siege power for Team 18 right now. Braum able to block a lot of attempted poke as well as wave clear, and Jinx just with the oppressive turret damage and Sion being a solid front line, already setting up to be a very scary siege team comp from Team 18.
Sejuani ban coming out, and also a Volibear, and I'm really surprised that Skarner is actually not being prioritized here. He did come off as one of the better junglers in patch 8.4. In patch 8.5, he suffered a little bit, but his role in the team is still very prevalent. He's still seeing very high ban rates, pick ban rates all across all regions of competitive play, but I'm really surprised that Skarner isn't really being prioritized here.
Yeah, with Zac on the tables, Suns Gaming is going to pick up Zac's strong engage. Can gank from pretty much any position from the jungle, it feels like.
Xin Zhao.
Xin Zhao picked up for Team 18.
The Wind 100. Team 18 does need a little bit of damage right now. It's very important in this meta right now. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. Team 18 really picking a carry jungler is going to really help out their damage a lot here, as I'm pretty sure they're going to be leaning towards a utility mid laner, or maybe something like Ryze or Cassiopeia, which is still available. Ooh, Brand got to be the last pick for Team 18, though.
It's kind of got your utility and your damage that you were just talking about. Got a good, reliable control mage in the mid lane. A lot of damage going to be pumped out from the Brand. And what is going to be the answer for the mid lane?
Well,
I already have Maokai, Zac, and already have the Morgana, so kind of have that control mage.
SSG with a really risky ban, pick ban, as Cassiopeia is going to get hovered and probably going to be the last ban pick here. No, going to hover towards a Corki, and that's going to be 2 carries and 2 tanks for SSG, while they do have the Morgana to balance it all out. Team 18, though, in my opinion, has more balanced out composition. They have a lot more, their damage is a lot more spread out, and they have a lot more safer picks. While SSG, I feel like they have too much of eggs in one basket, because it takes a while for the Corki and Caitlyn to kind of build up, right? They do need those items, while champions like Brand and Xinjiao, they're low income impact, and they have a really good early game. So SSG are really going to have to play this early game really well, especially with Maokai Zac taking a little bit of time to kind of just build up here. But the scariest part is that you picked Maokai Zac, and they're able to respond to Brand. That means a lot of damage is going to be going down to the tanks, as we are going to be heading to our Spectator delay shortly.
Yeah. Suns Gaming looking for a lot of engage right now with the Maokai and the Zac, as well as some long-range AD carries to kind of sit in the backside and hopefully be able to keep the rest of Team 18 off of them. But Team 18 has a lot of zoning and disengage with the Braum and the Brand especially. That could be a little bit scary if you're trying to pick a fight.
Yeah, and the biggest...
Which is what it looks like Suns Gaming is trying to do.
The biggest thing...
You can't just sit back. You can't just sit back if you're Suns Gaming with this composition.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the biggest thing to keep in mind for both teams here is that their compositions. Team 18 has, in this meta, you really want to make sure you're really getting that Baron buff 20 minutes in, really contesting for it, because you can lose a lot if a team is able to get that Baron buff. It's so important in this meta right now, especially combined with the defensive capabilities of Banner Command, which I would expect to see Simon Maokai build here. But SSG, they really have to make sure they play around this Morgana very well. I feel like there's going to be a lot of pressure towards the bot side, as I feel like Backpack on the Corki is going to be able to play that mid lane relatively safe. But if Xinjiao is a great way of getting lanes to snowball, as SSG, they have a much more slower jungler and much more low impact early game jungler. Zac has that efficient ganks, but it takes a while for him to get those good ganks. As Xinjiao, all he really needs is like 2 camps, and he's able to gank a lane.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, not a lot to add on to that. Probably going to be expecting 2 banners from Team 18, one on the Braum and one on the Sion, trying to keep both side lanes pushed, and then looking for that fight within the mid lane, because they have a much stronger 5v5, I think. Just with the Jinx, even the Jinx and Brand with a lot of AoE damage. Probably trying to find those 5v5s.
I think the biggest thing, like we said earlier, the thing about SSG is that they need items, and those items, they cost a lot of gold to build. Caitlyn really needs that IE double ZO item to really come online, and Corki is really banking on that Trinity Force, and although that's really the only thing they have going for the mid game, it takes a lot longer now for tanks to really get into efficiency, especially for tank junglers, because Cinderhulk got nerfed, and also, it takes a longer for Warmogs to come online. So now Zac players are being forced to build one more HP item in between Warmogs and Cinderhulk. As for Maokai, it takes a lot longer for him to stack up in stats too, because the one advantage that Sion has over Maokai is that Sion is able to get free HP from his Soul Furnace passive. So you really have to make sure this Maokai not only is protected, but is scaling up well. But in the mid-game, Team 18, like you said, is definitely going to have that mid-game fight a lot better, unless for some reason SSG are able to snowball into early game. But I don't think their comp is going to be able to do that.
Yeah, especially when just looking at the top lane, from what I know from the matchup, Sion's just going to be pushing the Maokai in the entire time.
Right.
Maokai's not going to be able to do much. Sion's going to be looking for those TP plays around the map. And they're going to have a lot more opportunity to be oppressive around the map, try to get those early leads, whereas SSG is just going to have to sit back because their Maokai can't really help them because he's kind of getting bullied around in lane. So that's probably going to be a little bit rough for them. But Corki and Caitlyn, pretty safe within their lane. Caitlyn has that high range. And Morgana has a lot of appeal for her, even at level 1, just with the Dark Binding.
And I think sorry.
That was a filler. You can go.
Yeah. And I think one other thing we do have to keep in mind here is how is Morgana going to be able to play into these two comps? So Morgana is going to be really important for both or for SSG here because Zac has kind of that unreliable engage. It's really easy to really counter, and having the Morgana with the Dark Binding is really going to be able to guarantee a lot of engages here, and especially the Black Shield to not only negate engage potential from Team 18, but also to protect one of the carries just in case with Black Shield, avoiding the Brand stun or the traps from Jinx or the Braum stun or the knock-up. Black Shield's going to really play a really vital point, and it's going to really up to a Kingsling to really identify the main carry at the moment, right? And Corki's going to take that the front field during the mid game, and then Caitlyn's going to take that mid to late game curve. And she's going to really be the power player. But Corki is definitely going to be the power player when it comes to 20 minutes. However, the rest of the Team 18 team, they have the Xin Zhao and the Brand to really start fights. And they're going to be looking for a lot of skirmishes here. And I don't think they're going to need the full 5-on-5 team. But if there's one thing we know about SSG, they love the team fight. And their comp can do just that.
Yeah, I will say, with two long-range damage carries for SSG, Xin Zhao is really the only way for Team 18 to get onto the back line, barring a pick. And he's probably going to have to pick between the two carries. And so that could be something they try to utilize, whereas Zac can get on the back line and Maokai as well for the side of SSG. So if they can keep the Xin Zhao off, then their back line may be able to freely deal out that DPS. But still be kind of difficult for them. Just with so much damage coming from Team 18.
Yeah, and we are 1 minute and 20 seconds away from the Spectacular being finished. These two games, I feel like it's going to be a really energetic game coming out for Team 18. We really need to look at the Wind and John No H here. It's going to be really interesting to see how the Zac is going to be playing into the Xin Zhao, because I guarantee you that the Wind is going to be going for early game invades and going to be looking to make sure his lanes are pushing so his team can back him up to really get that early game advantage that you want to look for Xin Zhao. But if Xin Zhao can't get those early game engages, he just falls so behind, and it's going to really be hard for him to really have an impact in this game. However, John No H, a lot more safer on the Zac because, even if he's behind a goat, he still has to engage from the elastic slingshot into the let's bounce. And it's going to be super important for the Zac to really make sure he doesn't fall behind, and also making sure that he's working with the SSG, as there has been a little bit of miscommunication in the past with John No H and the rest of the SSG.
Yeah, I'm having trouble figuring out where Xin Zhao is going to try to get gank, though, as all three lanes seem like they're going to be pushing for the side of Team 18, so it's going to be pretty hard to get those angles for the Xin Zhao to be able to get in that early lead. The only one might be the mid lane, where Brand won't be pushing super hard, but in general, the Caitlyn's just going to be sitting underneath her turret if it's a lane freeze, unless Team 18 lets them get pushed in.
Yeah.
But the top lane's just going to passive push because Sion will do Sion things. And the Maokai has wave clear that is all but non-existent. So that could be a little bit rough for the Xin Zhao. He's probably going to have to make his own plays, maybe try to catch up the Zac, or look for counter ganks.
Well, we are going to be heading into the game here, as the loading screen is going to be booted up soon, and we're going to bring you guys the first game of the series. Best of 3 between these two teams. It's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to be able to perform, as we are going to be waiting for the loading screen to finish up its work. I think it's going to be a really good game. Really good game between these two teams. Really hoping to see who's going to come out on top. Based on these two team comps, so who do you think is going to be coming on top, Synchroste?
Oh, I probably am going to have to give that to Team 18. I think the composition just has so much going for it. With the possibility for banners being built in top and bot, or top and support, banner is such a strong item. And on top of that, I think they have better Baron control. Baron with the banner is really good. They have a better team fight. I think they just have everything going for them, even if it's ever so slightly in some cases.
Well, we are going to be heading into Summoner's Rift here On the blue side, it's going to be Team 18. Good hit onto Scion. The Wind 100 onto Xin Zhao. Sleepless on the Brand. Sleep is good on the Jinx. And Skyfoon on the Braum. However, on the red side, it's going to be Screaming Suns Gaming. Okay, Dan. Dirty Dan on the Maokai. Jonathan OH on the Zac. Backpack on the Corki. Caitlyn. Itchy Rat on the Caitlyn. And a Kingsland on the Morgana. This is going to be a great game, folks. And hopefully, we are going to get a great series.
Yeah, and so currently setting up for Team 18 to be a standard line of defense. Maokai sitting in base right now, sitting right at the gate.
Maybe a little bit of a disconnect issue coming out, but one of the things that has changed in 8.5 is not only the nerfs we've seen, you know, a little bit of nerfs come to Banner Command. Now you can't stack the damage, but the protective stats are still there. But also to the Bandit passive to the support items. It's no longer in the game. It's been removed as of yesterday, and now supports will be relying on that gold pretend. So it's a lot. So supports, they do have that GP10 going for them now, but they're going to be getting less income.
Sad day for supports. Coming from a support main. So it looks like both junglers will be starting in their bot side jungle, looking to end their rotation at the top side. So possibly some early action going on the top side.
Right.
Xin Zhao does have a couple of early options, like right after taking 2 camps, going for an early gank somewhere, which the Zac wouldn't be able to answer to, is because his slow is going to be a lot clearer or slower.
Yeah, and if you saw Maokai thinking that the Scion was going to go for the cheese, but, you know, Scion players these days, I don't think it's worth the risk to go for the cheese anymore. Another interesting thing is that both top laners are going to be taking the Aftershock Mastery after seeing some cooldown nerfs to it, so it's not going to be as useful as in lane anymore, but it's still going to be very prevalent in team fights.
Yeah, pretty standard with all of the runes. Press the attack on Xin Zhao, which is what you typically run unless you're Rampage, apparently. Yesterday, played against somebody who ran Fleet Footwork on Xin Zhao. It was bad. And so going to be some
nice Stark Binding
in the top side and the bot side. Some good damage onto the Jinx. She's chunked down to about 150.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Nice Stark Binding coming out from a Kingsland. Really showing the impact that Morgana has in the meta right now. She's able to just punish laners so hard with the Dark Binding, and especially having synergy with Caitlyn certainly does help. So this bot lane definitely going to be pushed in, but we do see right now the Wind is going to go for his first invade, but going to be a little bit out of luck as Zac just finished his red buff and is going towards the mid.
It's going to be a very oppressive bot lane for SSG. Taking some good trades right now. Not much the bot lane for Team 18 can do about that, other than just pray that they don't die.
This bot lane still gonna get shoved in by SSG here, Itchy Rat and Kingsland. Going to show that this duo is very oppressive. There's a reason why they both got Chinese New Year skins, or Lunar New Year skins. We do see, however, right now in the mid lane, Corki's starting to have a little bit of a CS lead. That's just Corki just being Corki, being able to just shove in super hard. And Sleepless right now, he is running that Arcane Comet and Ignite, so he isn't really going to be able to adjust. Well, he's really going for the kills, yes, but it's going to be really hard for him if he does get caught out, as, you know, usually you would see Cleanse. But we do see right now Backpack, he just blew his Valkyrie, and now Scion is maybe going to cut him off. No, that's Backpack just, he went for the roam, was not able to do so. So the Wind just getting a little bit of damage up here, but relatively slow early game, as per usual. These teams aren't really going to be going for anything until level 6. And the Wind right now applying some pressure, but not as much as we expected, especially since his bot lane is continuously being shoved in. I'm really surprised that the Wind didn't really get an early gank off pre 5 minutes.
Especially when Baron got buffed, we saw a lot more minion dematerializer get run. But this game, only Scion running it. He's already used all the charges.
Yeah. Sleepless right now. Gotta be forced to flash. That's gonna be a good game coming out for John No H. Main Demutizer. You always gotta remember it does take up a slam slot, and teams don't really wanna have to deal with that. The biggest thing about minion Dematerializer is that you don't really need it if you're ahead. So, you know, just putting it out there.
But it's a nice precaution.
Yeah.
To have.
Good safety net, but good hit. Just gotta tell you.
Decent CS lead for Scion.
Yeah. Scion doing Scion things. Just gotta be able to push that top lane.
Maokai not really able to clear that all too well. Being Maokai.
There was a point in time where Maokai was the best under the tower CSer in the game. His old saplings.
I don't remember this. Oh, his old saplings.
Yeah. I felt so good.
I didn't play Maokai back in the day.
Back in the day, he used to have no problem CSing under tower at all because saplings was there to help you out with that, but not anymore.
I was a jungler back in the day.
We're gonna be seeing
top laner.
Infernal Drake is up for both teams. Been up for a while now. Gonna be a coveted buff for both teams here. They want to fight. So getting the Fire Drake is gonna feel good. As right now, there's gonna be a ping going towards the Infernal Drake. They noticed that everyone backed. Great call from Team 18 to try to punish it, but not sure if they can clear it in time. They probably can though.
Awkward back timer for Team 18's bot lane really doesn't feel good when the Jinx has to settle for a pickaxe.
Yeah, but
doing a really good job of zoning off of the Drake. That's going to be Infernal Drake going to Team 18.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do as Jinx, as John No Age. Thinks he can fight this, but that's gonna be a teleport coming out from OK Dirty Dan. It's gonna fully complete, but there's nothing really to go for. The ultimate's gonna come down, but I don't think it's gonna be able to catch anyone as Team 18 with the great heist. Good call on punishing the backs of SSG. However, SSG now going to be going for this tower, but it's still relatively healthy. I don't know if they could take this. Team 18 probably going to respond.
And meanwhile, in the top lane, Scion's getting some free farm, just expanding that CS lead, also getting it to crash under tower. He's going to get a free back timer with that. This might be tower going down for SSG.
No, they're going to need one more wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to need one more wave.
Not quite enough.
Thing about Maokai right now, though, is that you do need the gold in order to make him useful as Sound, not as much. So, OK Dirty Dan, gonna be losing at least 2 waves from that. They still want the tower, SSG, but I don't think it's gonna be possible with the brand being able to wave clear, and they're just gonna back off here and call it a day.
A lot of damage coming from Sleepless there. Gonna turn SSG off from that. From the tower siege.
Yeah.
It's going to be a reset coming in for Kingsland. Blue buff transfer over to backpack.
Yeah. Pretty standard stuff going on right now. Props to Team 18 with the Dragon play. Really punishing SSG once again for the back timings. You always want to make sure at least one of your laners is in the lane while the other laner is backing. If both your laners are backing, then it's like no chance of you know, you're gonna get punched somehow. Maybe lose a wave or 2. Maybe get roamed out. I don't know. Well, they lost to Dragon, so there's that.
Okay, trades happening in the top side.
Yeah, the usual tank stuff. Wet noodle fights. Another interesting thing to note here. I think it's pretty well. It's pretty unfortunate, but that's just how junglers go. Zinzhao gonna be almost up 20 CS, as you do see right now, the wind. Right now, he is going to be going for this gank, and Dirty Dan going to be forced to flash. However, both the top laner and the jungle for Team 18 going to be able to have first blood going down for the win. However, no, sorry, good hit, actually. However, a bot lane roam to probably first turret here, actually, as there is no wave clear on the side of Team 18. They're going to be forced to lose this top bot tower in exchange for first blood. Sleep is good, going to be forced to flash, though. Strong H gonna take some farm for himself.
So first blood going to Team 18 and first tower going to SSG. Going pretty well for SSG. considering that we were kind of expecting their early game to be a little bit worse. They're staying largely close by. They did lose that dragon early as well as the first blood, but they still got the
Domino H right now, trying to see if he could stall good hit for a little bit, but fortunately, when it's two tanks on one tank, the tank's probably not gonna die. So tank on tank action, as we do see a roam by the Wind and Skyfoon clearing some vision. Once again, the reason why you want to take those carry junglers is that you want to punish those top laners, especially both being tanks. You're not really going to be expecting to see ganks from Domino H onto OK Dirty Dan. However, the Wind, it's going to benefit him, even if he just blows a flash, it's going to benefit so much if he gets those ganks on the top side, because it's going to apply pressure for the other tank to do much more better. So Sion going to feel really good here. As OK Dirty Dan, he's 2 levels down due to that TP play and First Blood.
Yeah, and so
he's gonna get bush camped here, but Dirty Dan does not have flash as Skyfoon and the Wind are here, and now Sleep is good. They're looking to get this kill as Dirty Dan gonna be able to pop the stopwatch. I don't think it's gonna be enough. The trap's coming down. Sleep is good, getting the kill, and Dirty Dan just not having the greatest of time, and the worst part, he's starting Sunfire Cape.
Dirty Dan looking like Dyrus right now, just kind of getting killed by anything and everything right now, not really able to get anything on the map. Down 40 CS, down 2 levels. Yeah.
Wait, Itchy Rat, gotta be interesting use of the net there, but he is gonna be joined by a Kingsland. And good hit now, 2 against 1, not looking good for him. That's gonna be a kill going over to a Kingsland, and really gonna help them a little bit. Caitlyn does need those kills. It's gonna feel nice.
Caitlyn needs that gold. Sleep is good, managing to close out some of that gold deficit that he was in earlier. Both AD carries sitting at basically the same CS at this point.
Yeah, and it's a relatively slow start again, as mid-game is about to be here in 8 minutes. Both teams right now trying to get as much gold as they can to force another fight. Dragon is going to be up soon, and it is going to be the Cloud Drake. Cloud Drake once again being changed. It now gives a percentage movement speed, and it's tripled when you are out of combat, as Unstoppable Onslaught coming out from good hit, but he's not really going to hit anything except for a knockup. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, using it just to get back to lane faster, try and keep them off of that tower for as long as he can. Get a pretty good clear with his Q.
Another thing to really note is that SSG right now are in a really bad spot because Corki is forced to back. He was out of mana. OK Dirty Dan trying to see if he can do anything about this dragon, but because Backpack was forced to back and the bot lane right now is up top, this Cloud Drake is going to go down to SSG. Not too sure why Domino H and OK Dirty Dan were thinking about doing something there, but it's just unfortunate. That's what happens when, you know, you commit to the lane swap, but it's so easily punished if, you know, if you don't have any pressure at all at bot side, which, you know, you see the Sion, he's all up in that bot side. But Maokai, it's so scary for him to go past the river right now because he's just so behind.
Yeah, just trying to grab what little gold he can in the mid lane right now.
Domino H gotta get hit. Take some damage for his trouble. And that's gonna be a Valkyrie, actually, as the Wind right now. Actually, not the Wind now. Skyfoon getting a little bit of trouble, and the Wind flashes. Really interesting as Let's Bounce is going to come out, but not really going to fully proc this Kingsland now. Going to be going down, but here comes Sleep is good, as he is going to get excited, but not... Oh, gets a double kill. Great rocket as Domino H now going to be in a lot of trouble, as good hit is going to come from behind, and OK Dirty Dan now goes down, and this is Team 18's composition coming to full throttle. Triple kill coming out for Sleep is good, and he is going to be able to go 4-0. That's going to look so good for Team 18. And that's why this composition right now so scary for SSG, because they have so much damage early, as it takes so much time for SSG to really come online.
Yeah, SSG thought they cut out Skyfoon. They got the kill, but then overcommitted, stayed a little bit longer than they should have, and ended up giving up a triple kill to Sleep is Good, who's now going to have a lot of gold in his pocket, getting that solo gold in the tower up top.
Yeah. 1 for 4. Gonna favor
Just
Team 18.
3,000 gold.
Yeah.
Just got back with 3,000 gold. That's going to feel really good for Sleep is Good. Finished that Infinity Edge, got that Zeal.
And now it's like, what can SSG do about this? Now they know they can't win the fights. Now they're forced to play the waiting game a lot longer, so Team 18 can use this window to just take as much as they want right now. Their composition not really favoring them in the early game, once again, as it takes a while for the Maokai to be really useful, as opposed to San, in which he's just being, oh my god, Rift Herald gonna be interrupted, and now SG are just gonna fight right here, right now. Sleep is Good, though, gonna be forced to flash, so OK Dirty Dan gonna be able to get the root as Ichirak, gotta be careful, he is gonna get attacked up by Skyfoon, as Backpack is just taken down. Rocket gonna miss completely, OK Dirty Dan now gonna get to take it down, and not sure why SSG are gonna be taking this fight, as the Wind right behind, Wind becomes Lightning, now Wind becomes dead, double kill coming out for the Win 100. Ace, too! Jesus! SSG right now getting slaughtered and punished, because their composition can't do anything about this early game.
Fight started out looking pretty good for SSG, but then it just fell apart. Once Jinx managed to get, once Sleep is Good managed to get out of there, just blowing the flash, not dying. At that point, SSG just needed to get out, but they couldn't. Good flank from Skyfoon. Not too often you see a support flank, and that actually... But it's working out pretty well for Team 31.
I think the biggest thing right now is that Team 18 are just able to outstat the entirety of SSG. There's no single member in SSG that is stronger than anyone or in their respective lane right now. OK Dirty Dan, he doesn't really have the stats to really tank, as opposed to San just being able to just be innately tanky and soak up a lot of damage with the Abyssal Mask. John and OH also only having raw stats right now, and can't really, just gets completely blown up by Brand if he goes in, you know, and he really has to make sure he punishes the Jinx whenever he goes in, starting now, because Jinx had flashed that fight, and that was just something that I feel like SSG didn't really have to take. If, you know, the mid tower, yes, is still up, but they could defend their own mid tower for a very long period of time and force Team 18 to really start something, as they do have some range advantage with the Corki Rockets and the Caitlyn range. But, you know, I don't really know why they felt like they needed to fight there. It may have looked good, but Team 18 was just ready to respond because they were all in position and they all knew what their objective was.
Yeah, and so now we're sitting at 2,000 gold lead for Sion, Xinjiao, and Jinx over their counterparts. So that's 2 out of the 3 carries for Team 18 in the lead.
And I think another thing to note is right now Skyfree may be a little bit caught out. He is going to be able to get the shield, but Backpack, I think you're a bit too far in. Fisher is going to be missing from Skyfoon, so... Oh no, they're gonna get sound. Oh dear, that's a sound in the backline right now. He is gonna be in the middle of it. Oh my lord, Kingsline is immediately taken down as Let's Bounce. Probably gonna be getting 2 members, but John No H gonna take it down himself, as right now Ichirak gonna be doing as much damage as he possibly can. OK Dirty Dan now getting taken down, and that's gonna be a power class tearing right through SSG, and they're just so behind. There's nothing they could do. They can't commit to these fights anymore. I don't know why they keep going for, you know, they think they get the pick, but they don't have vision on everyone else in Team 18. They just had to play safe, but they once again went for a fight, it backfired, and now this inhibitor gonna go down.
We're only 19 minutes into the games. The death timers aren't terribly long, but it's enough to at least grab the inhibitor, maybe try to bait out a re-engage, but it looks like Team 18 is just gonna be resetting, satisfied with the 3,000 or 4,000 gold they just picked up.
They're probably also going to go for this dragon that's about to spawn too. Cloud Drake, once again, more movement speed means more opportunities to start something. That was a great flank though by Good Hit, just completely enclosing the team of SSG is right now. Kingsland taking a little bit of damage.
Oof. Taking half his HP and damage.
They're so behind right now.
Just from a standard combo from Sleepless.
I think the biggest thing I need to like criticize SSG for is that they don't have a composition like Xayah Rakan in the bot lane. They have a Caitlyn that still needed time to build up, and they had before the fight that happened earlier at that mid fight, the Corki was about to finish his Trinity Force, but instead they chose to fight instead of waiting for the Corki to finish his core item, and they were just completely out-damaged. And it's just SSG not respecting, you know, the fact that they have the lack of power spikes, and they have nothing really going for them in fights. You know, right now Maokai has an item, but that's built specifically for Morphin lane. If he had something like an Abyssal Mask or Finish, that would at least be able to benefit him a little bit more, especially against this brand that's going to do so much damage to the early game. But since he's only building armor, and there's no magic resist on the tanks, you know, Sleepless is just able to shred through both tanks right now, and it's so freaking hard for any of these tanks to really do anything or peel at all, because they're just going to get blown up immediately, and the rest of SSG are left to suffer because of that.
Every member on Team 18 is
going to be started
at this point. There's no way that SSG can contest this. They can't take a fight. They don't have any vision around the area. Completely swept by Team 18, so that's going to be Baron going to Team 18.
Just
don't think this game is too much longer for this world.
It's unfortunate.
It's looking really rough for SSG. They're going to need some sort of miracle play to try to bring this back. Sitting at 11k down right now.
There's really no possible... Oh, shoot. That's going to be a Glacial Prison coming out for Skyfoon, but not Glacial Prison, sorry, Glacial Fissure, as he was about to die there. Really interesting choice here, as Dromedal H now going to see... Oh! He just gets trapped. As Sleepless right now. Gonna take it down is Charge coming into mid lane. That's gonna be a good hit going on the tower. Sleep is gonna be able to get the last hit on there, but now he's doing a lot of damage. Okay, Dirty Dan, he is gonna take really low. Legendary he is, and Jinx now. Oh no, I'm not really too sure if this is a good idea for SSG, but the Wind and Sleep is good. Just gonna be able to 2v4 this, completely annihilating SSG. His backpack was on wave clear duty, and there's really nothing else I can say that. Team 18 are just too far ahead.
Yeah, so that's going to be game one. Backpack can't defend this against 3.
Yeah.
I think everybody in the base could 1v1 him at this point.
SSG going to be losing the first game 22-25, looking like a quick snack. Team 18 going to prove that they are one of the better teams in the playoffs right now, getting this quick victory over SSG, and we are going to have to see if SSG can bounce back. Now, looking at the post-game client, or in post-game screen, Sin, who would you have to give MVP to? Who do you think performed the best?
Sleep is good. Just we saw the triple kill rate at the end, and even when he wasn't fed, his position within the fights were spectacular. Not getting caught out, not being caught too far up, being just where he needed to be. Definitely for game one, I'd give that to Sleep is good.
For me, my MVP has to go out to Good Hit 556. His flanks in the game were extremely crucial for Team 18 to win that game completely, as he was able to get a crucial flank up top when SSG went for the kill onto Skyfoon, and also towards the bot lane before the Dragon, when Good Hit was able to just completely enclose the whole entire team of SSG in. If it wasn't for Good Hit, none of the kills to Sleep is Good or Sleepless would have happened in the first place. And props to him for really making sure that, you know, he was going to be the tank that he needed to be for the team. What are your closing thoughts as we head on to a break here?
Oh, SSG needs a better game plan. They got outdrafted, outplayed, outmacroed.
I wouldn't say outdrafted, but probably just outplayed.
Yeah, going into the game, I wasn't so sure about the draft. Not sure what options SSG had, but maybe the draft wasn't the problem. Maybe it was just execution. We will see next game. See if SSG decided that it was just their own play and go with a similar team comp or not.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if SSG can change up their game plan. We will be right back for a 5-minute break, and then When we come back, it's game point for Team 18. If they win the next one, they're going to be able to 2-0 SSG. But will SSG be able to bounce back? Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome back to Team 18 vs SSG. This is Risen Esports, week 2 of playoffs. My name is XT and I'm joined by Synchrosteer, and we've just recently seen a completely dominant game coming out from Team 18, and SSG, their comp really didn't favor them. They didn't really have any mid-game to early game fighting for them at all, and I'm really surprised they didn't go for the Zyra Khan combo, as we are going to be heading into pick bans right away.
Yeah, so SSG banning that Jinx right away, not wanting to face that again.
Oh, man. That wasn't the problem. I don't think that was the problem at all.
Yeah, I don't think it was the problem. No. That there was a lot of setup for the Jinx. I don't think the Jinx itself was the problem. I think any other hyper carry could have fit into that composition.
Yeah, definitely.
But well, maybe SSG saw something that we didn't. Also banning the Scion.
Scion. So SSG not opting to take the Scion first pick. He is a pretty safe blind pick right now, but they're just going to be opting to just ban him completely instead of taking it for themselves. So really going to be really interesting to see what SSG opt for here. Warwick now going to be at banned, respect ban coming out for not Jom No H, as Braum is going to be the last ban, and SSG now they have the opportunity to first pick. Sejuani is up, and they're going to go ahead and take it. Perfect.
Insta-lock.
Garen insta-lock.
So within the Twitch chat, there was some talk about Garen. So
yeah, Team 18 right now.
I'm a little bit surprised to actually see it come out, but
Garen and Jarvan coming out right now, and Garen right now not really one of the stronger picks right now, but Team 18 right now they feel like they're in a position they could do this as they are one game ahead. So good hits, Garen going to come out, and Garen does actually do relatively well into the tank's early game, especially against like what's up right now. Maokai and the Cho'Gath is going to struggle a little bit, but Gnar, probably not. Gnar's going to get locked in against Team 18.
Gnar really strong pick into Garen. There's also the Jarvan, who's a really strong pick in the jungle right now. Definitely high on that tier list.
Ooh, Alistar. Really early when Braum's not up anymore, but Alistar is going to get picked really early. And SSG, they want to make up for the passivity, or the passive, champions they had last game, but this game, they hit back with the Sejuani and Alistar. Really interesting.
Yeah, really tanky lineup from SSG already. Saving their 80k.
Oh, Nautilus! Also gonna get locked in for Team 18. Completely disrespecting their opponents. Nautilus right now, he could go mid, he could go jungle, he could go support. I've seen a lot on this mid, and it's not pretty. It's kind of like a worse version of Galio and Sion, but I doubt they're going to do that. But Team 18 get to go for the Nautilus here. Nautilus right now, not a tank that takes a lot of time for him to really get good, as Tristana is going to get banned out, and Brand also for SSG, as Team 18 going to be banning out the Echo and the Malzahar.
Yeah, a lot of control mages, as well as the Echo, who's kind of a control assassin type of champion. Currently taken off the table. SSG has banned 4 out of the 5 champions from Team 18's last composition.
Yeah, they almost banned out a full composition, as Vayne's gonna be the pick for Team 18. And now instead of Team 18's super early aggressive composition, they have this composition in which you need to be lane dominant, otherwise it's gonna be really hard for Team 18. So they're really putting in a lot of risk here, but they're confident that they could do it because of the way they played last game. As Varus potentially gonna be the next pick here against Vayne, although I wouldn't really agree with this. Varus is still strong. He does really have that good mid-game power strike because of the Ginsu's Rage Blade. And, that item being so powerful on Varus right now, he's such a coveted pick. I'm just upset that, Zyra Khan has made no appearances this game.
Yeah. The Vayne isn't that bad of a pick, especially with the Sejuani, Gnar, Alistar. A lot of tank shred with the Vayne. Varus and Ryze for SSG.
Now, I will say this. I'm really surprised that SSG didn't opt for the Galio here. Galio, Sejuani, a really strong combo, but I think they just identified they do need a little bit more damage, and the Ryze is going to do just that for SSG, and also going to be enabling them a lot of plays. So really standard coming out for SSG, while Team 18, they're going to be locking the Syndra, who can be a little bit of a nuisance against Ryze, but Ryze, if he can survive the lane phase, he is going to do a lot well. And Team 18, if one of the champions pops off, I guarantee you're just going to play around that, as Nautilus is going to be locked into support.
Yeah, a lot of peel for the Vayne and the Syndra. A lot of ways to keep people off of them with the Nautilus, who has CC on every single one of his abilities. Jarvan and the Garen. The Garen more gonna peel through his very existence more than through any special abilities he has.
And it's really interesting to see
scatter the weak.
What Team 18 are trying to do here. They want to play with one of Good Hit's. I think this is the most played champion actually to Garen coming out. Good Hit plays a lot of Garen and Darius, and Garen right now, his biggest weakness is the fact that he's just pretty much useless outside of laning phase. But Garen can go for the early game. He's going to be such a dominant split pusher. It's going to be really hard for SSG to respond. So Gnar probably going to be the target here for Jarvan to 4 if he wants to see if he can, snowball this Garen probably. As Syndra and Vayne, they're just going to be waiting. Nautilus, Vayne, it's going to be pretty hard for them to get ganks, but we'll just have to wait to see. I think a lot of jungle pressure right now is definitely towards the top lane.
The issue for the Garen top is if he doesn't get ahead, the Gnar's kind of just gonna roll over him all game.
Most
Because without the
definitely.
help of Jarvan, like in the straight 1v1, Gnar just destroys Garen. And then outsplit pushes Garen, and then just beats Garen in every and any respect within the game. He's a better team fighter, he's a better split pusher. But if Jarvan can get Garen a lead, then, like you said, it could work out very well for Team 18. But that's a very scary top lane, very volatile. Whoever gets the lead gets a huge advantage for their team.
SSG, though, their comp has a lot less risk as compared to Team 18's. Team 18 is really reliant on that lane phase, but as soon as they get to the mid-game power spy or mid-game fighting stage, it's going to be really, really awkward to see how this comp synergizes with each other. They have a lot of in, but they don't have a lot of out. There's no way really to disengage for their team. SSG can go both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, SSG has a lot of ways to keep... The Garen, one of his biggest problems is his engage or lack thereof, rather. And there are just a lot of ways to get the Garen out of there, as well as the Jarvan, Nautilus. Basically, all the engage can be disengaged by the Alistar and the Sejuani.
Now, something to really
Could be very rough.
something I'm really expecting here is Team 18 to go for that early invade and see if they could get a little bit of a snowball. Once again, they are on a time bomb. You know, if they don't get that early game working out for them, it's just going to be 3 times as hard to win this game as opposed to SSG. They don't really have to do much in the early game. You know, they don't really require that lead to win the game. They just need to make sure that as soon as they get the mid game, force fights of neutral objectives and win off that, they're going to be able to win this game. As Team 18, they're really pressured here to really make sure they're able to make plays in their lanes. Otherwise, they're going to be it's going to be such a bad time for them, in my opinion. But the Nautilus, in my opinion, can do a lot with the Death Charge onto the Varus or the Rise. It can shut them down. I don't believe you can cleanse it, so you have to be really careful with the Nautilus. It's going to be a lot on, it's going to be a lot on Skyfoon on this Nautilus to really perform here, as they're really the only reliable engage, as Jarvan's engage isn't really as good as you well, it's good, but, it's kind of hard to land in this situation, in my opinion, with the Sejuani and the Alistar and the Gnar going to be able to kind of interrupt that engage. So, pretty unfortunate, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see, as we are going to be heading into the spectator delay.
15 seconds till everything's locked in, but currently it looks like Team 18 is set up with no teleport.
Probably a Unsealed Spellbook, maybe, on the Garen.
Perhaps.
Let's give you all a...
Heal in the mid and ignite on the Garen in the top.
Yeah, and that's going to be Ignite on the Alistar as expected, as Skyfoon actually going to switch to Ignite last minute, not going for the Exhaust, actually. So that's going to be really interesting. And 2 heals on the mid and the Vayne. Syndra and the Vayne. So, once again, yeah, I'm not going to, I have to repeat this. This is such a lane-heavy composition from Team 18. They have so much pressure on them right now to really perform with this composition, and if they don't do that, it's just going to be so hard for them to really come back in the series, or to really take this game match point right now. However, if Team 18 do get the win, it's going to be such a huge statement. However, SSG right now, Game 2, they don't want to lose. Most likely, they do not want to lose after the amount of trash talking that happened with SSG. But they have a lot to live up here. Once again, John No H not playing to carry top laner, and this time can't really pick the tank top laner into the Garen. It's pretty risky. So yeah, there's that. I'm just so surprised they didn't opt for the Sion first pick. I guess they just want to prioritize the Sejuani.
If this was a couple patches ago, these were the normal junglers, the 2 S-tier junglers from a couple patches ago. Not nearly as high priority, or not nearly as so lofty above their competition now, but a jungle matchup that we're pretty familiar with, having watched a number of games played. Sejuani versus Jarvan. Garen, not a normal pick in the top lane. We'll see how that goes.
Jarvan loves to thrive off a laner that can set him up, and Syndra and Nautilus can do just that. However, for Garen, it's going to be a little bit harder. Although I expect Good Hit to just really go aggro early and punish the Gnar's early game, as soon as you get into melee range against Gnar, he's going to have such a hard time. About a minute left. Who do you have predicting to win this game? Honestly, I have to say SSG simply because I don't think they're gonna follow this cheese. I really don't think they will.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to SSG as well. Their composition is just so much more consistent, and I don't necessarily want to say easier to pull off, but much more lenient in its execution. Which is basically saying exactly that.
And I like the disrespect being thrown up for Team 18, but with moving in playoffs on the line here, I'm not really too sure if this is a good call. However, if Team 18 can pull this off, it's really going to leave a mark in the playoffs bracket, and it's really going to show that they mean business, as we are going to be heading into the loading screen in a little bit. As Spectre delay just about finished here. And we're going to be heading into the loading screen. So chat, make sure, who are you supporting? Who do you want to win here? Team 18 or SSG? Hashtag SSG win or hashtag Team 18 win. Show your support. This may be the last game of the series, but hopefully not. I came here for a 3-game series, and I am expecting a lot of action. This is Risen Esports Dominate Playoffs on the blue side. OK Dirty Dan on the Gnar. John No H on the Sejuani Backpack on the Rise, as Ichirat and Kingsland on the Vars Alistar bot lane. However, good hit 556 on Team 18, going to be playing the Garen. The Wind 100 going to be on the Jarvan. Sleepless on the Syndra. Sleep is good on the Vayne. And Skyfoon on the Nautilus. Going to be a great game, folks.
Yeah, not too... Oh, I was about to say not too much interesting on the runes, but Garen's running the rune that I can never remember the name of.
Phase Rush.
Phase Rush, there we go.
Gotcha.
Garen running Phase Rush instead of Grasp, which is what you usually...
Aftershock Rise! Woo! Oh, boy.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I was too busy with the Phase Rush Garen. We have Aftershock on the Rise. Not sure if that was accidental or on purpose.
It's probably intentional. It's been done, but I don't really like it. I'd rather see the Unsealed Spellbook Rise, honestly.
Yeah. but
what a game. Yeah. What a game already.
Interesting runes, interesting picks. Should be an interesting game. Already proving to be an interesting series.
I will say though, right now, the state of jungle, you're a lot more reward to play the carry junglers right now, especially since the nerfs to the mid-game items, you know, the Cinder Mogs that used to be built on all the tanks. Now it's a lot harder to pull off because you don't get that War Mogs bonus anymore, and you start off with less HP. So it's a lot less appealing as you'd think, as right now both teams going to go for a defensive start, actually, so not too surprised.
The days of League of Stopwatch.
Yeah, on to the days of League of Pain, as Vision is going to be the name of the game here for SSG. They don't want the win being able to snowball any lanes at all. Also, another thing to note, you know, I'm salty that there's like no like Skarner priority, no Zyrakan priority, but hey, comfort.
There's also no invade.
It's all about comfort.
Which I was honestly expecting an invade from Team 18, especially with the Nautilus being really strong on the...
I guess they were just like, I don't really trust this Nautilus to land a hook, so...
I mean, the amount of times my team has tried to pull a hook composition, I can't hit a hook to save my life. But both junglers starting on the bot side.
Yep.
Once again, pretty normal, pretty unusual if you go top side. Usually getting that leash from your bot lane a little bit better.
Jarvan probably gonna have the faster clear here, as Sejuani went for the more sustained clear. The problem with starting with Talisman just tells you like they aren't going for the early ganks. They just want to wait and chill and just farm as much as you can. As the Machete usually gives you the faster clear to start off the early gank, but you struggle a lot against the Raptors and the Krugs. Yeah. So really goes to show the difference between the two junglers' styles right now. As John No Age probably gonna go for the passive start in my opinion.
None of the lanes really pushing one way or the other.
Skyfoon trying to see if the level 2 is stronger, as he is going to be able to get the hook. However, Kingsland was able to knock him up. Ignite coming down, his heal is going to get blown. And Sleep is good. Now going to get minion aggro taken to half HP. Not a good trade, but they did. It's a summoner for summoner. So John H no is going to go for the top side. Not surprising to say the least, but I feel like he could have ganked a little bit earlier, as John No H now just gonna get a defense forward and clear that Scuttle Crab. We are seeing, though, Skyfoon once again looking for a hook. He is going to be able to get it onto a Kingsland, but Itchy Rat is going to be able to do a little bit more damage onto Sleep is Good. He's going to be forced to tumble away, and this bot lane probably going to now go into favor of the Varus, as here comes the repeat gank. John No H, he's here to play, and he wants to see if he can get a kill, but there isn't really going to be too much pressure from... Yep, he's going to be forced to flash. Yep. Good hit.
Good return gank.
I don't know. Well, he can heal from the passive, but I don't really know if it's a good idea to stay in lane.
Good return gank from Jun with no H. Garen opting to regen from his passive rather than to back.
Yep, and now we do see the wind in the spot side jungle, as John No H, not sure why he's still up in the top side. He does place the ward, doesn't really see that the wind did back off. The wind, though, is going for the going for the warrior. That's going to be interesting. Okay, Dirty Dan doing a little bit of damage. John No H right now, again with the gank, not really sure if he had to blow the flash, as there was a lot of CC. First blood going on to John No H. And that's just him setting up a camp up top. He doesn't want Good Hit to have an advantage, as the Wind gonna keep on farming. So looking good for SSG so far.
Yeah, and I mean, the only way that Garen becomes relevant is if he gets some manner of a lead, or at least pressure in the lane. And so John No H not gonna let him get that.
Yeah.
Get that
Skyfoon looking to see if he can get the hook to set up the gank for Wind at 100. He is gonna be able to flash out and headbutt him. Kingsland relatively safe now. Skyfoon, good attempt, buddy, but just a flash. Definitely take it as the Wind's first gank. It's gonna net him just that. However, John No H, 2 ganks up on him. Gonna be clearing the jungle for himself, and probably gonna see a back here, as I never really talked about mid lane yet, but mid lane's relatively even, as Dirty Dan taking his lead as far as he can with the 20 CS lead.
Yeah, both of them settling for the lost chapter, plus whatever item they started with. So, Sapphire, Crystal, and Doran's ring, plus lost chapter. Pretty standard. Just trying to get that cooldown reduction.
Surprised didn't start tier first. You usually want to get that stacking first. Like, okay, what Rises usually do is that they, like, back super early with the Sapphire Crystal to get into the tier, teleport back in the lane, shove it a couple more times, and then come back in the lane with the Lost Chapter, but I think that's fine. If Backpack just opts for the Lost Chapter and the tier, I mean, the Sapphire Crystal, yeah, you don't get the tier, but, you know, it's okay. Tier stacks can wait, I guess.
I didn't follow the mid lane item changes all that much. I know that whatever tier turns into
turns into Archangels.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha.
That got, but I'm not sure on the other items if maybe Backpack thinks that some of them are stronger.
No, he's not gonna go. He's not gonna go for the other items. He's definitely going Archangels.
No, I'm just wondering about the priority.
Oh. Well, I mean,
maybe he thinks some other item is a better priority than the Archangel stuff.
Well, I mean, Archangels does build out of tier and Lost Chapters, so there's that.
That would be a little bit odd to build the Lost Chapter first, then.
I mean, you get the mana back, but either way, right now we are going to be seeing 7 minutes into game, first blood already out of the table, as OK Dirty Dan having a good time up into top lane, just farming his little Yordle self out. Destroying laser guns. It's not a boomerang.
Already sitting at about 20 CS up. Plus an assist. He's feeling pretty good about himself at this point.
The Wind actually taking the second blue for himself, so he's like, this is mine. You cannot have this. You don't meet the requirements of a good mid laner yet. This is mine.
Yeah, mid's still pretty even. Ooh, drop the boomerang.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Wind now, he is looking to clear some vision of the river. They probably may go for that early dragon again like they did last time. So, no, I think he's just going to go towards top so he finishes buffs, though. Yeah.
Pretty slow.
Okay, Dirty Dan throwing the boulder. Maybe, yes, he's going to get the Gnar and do a lot of damage to Good Hit, but unfortunately, Good Hit can just heal it all up later.
Missed the stun from the Gnar.
A little bit. Really it was a little bit off. I wouldn't say he missed. He made the attempt, but it was unfortunate.
He missed the stun.
Okay, yeah, he missed. John OH though heading up towards the top side, but who else is up the top side other than the Wind? John OH though just gonna be forced to clear vision here, as the Wind is just out farming him once again. But considering that John OH has done more ganks, I'm not really too surprised here. As John OH though, he is here. There is flash on. Good hit. I'm not really too sure if this is a tower dive I want to go for. John OH, you don't have flash. He's just dead. Oh man, way too risky. I guess. Well, they didn't really keep track of the Wind here, as Sleep is Good. Just gonna get ulted, knocked up, and taking a lot of damage. He's gonna go down here as Itchy Rat. Oh no, he misclicked. He went for the wrong target, and now he's gonna force to. Now he's dead from that. But Skyfree now on the run here. He is taken really low. Maybe gonna be forced to fly. No, he's not. As Sleepless now gonna be the next target, but we're just gonna back off. 1 for 2 in the bot side as John H lost into top side. Overall 2 for 2 all across the maps. So relatively standard, I guess. You know, the level 6 of Alistar Varus is definitely gonna do more than the level 6 of Nautilus Vayne. So that's kind of there's not really else I can say from that.
Yeah.
Back with the Roam, though, if it wasn't for him. Oh, no, the Wind, though, he doesn't have Cataclysm, but he is going to be here as Backpack does not have Flash, but he is waiting for John OH, but he's just going to get taken down, as that's going to be a teleport going down right now. I don't really feel good about the teleport. It does get canceled here, as John OH now, he went for too much, man. He's dead. You're not supposed to go. You didn't have to go for that.
His top laner baited him. So that's going to be Drake going for Team 18 as they gains a little bit more map control after kind of losing the top side.
That's going to be a pause!
Kind of in their control.
Yep, pause coming out from SSG as... Oh, it was a disconnect coming out from John OH, so... That's pretty unfortunate.
May explain why he went so far in, maybe not.
Maybe. I think he could have just backed out there. So, yeah, well, let's talk about the current state of the game right now. Gold is relatively even. There's really no super lead coming out. Aside from OK Dirty Dan, he is up around 700 gold. 700, 800 gold. So that's going to be really good. As everyone is going to be ready to go here. Cloud Drake going to get taken down by not SSG, Team 18 here, so that's going to be really nice for them. Movement speed, always a coveted stat. However, interesting build path from Good Hit, though. Going for the Sunfire. We saw what happened when Maokai went for Sunfire last game. So, is this the right choice?
Yeah. Sunfire, if he doesn't fall further behind than he is. Sunfire is a really rough item to have if you get really far behind, and he's already borderline far behind. He's down 30 CS.
I guess.
Assist is borderline.
Yeah.
I don't think he's down enough that the Sunfire is a bad pickup. But it's a little bit risky, I think. Just there are a lot of other items, especially since the Sunfire helps you in the split push, and I think he's just going to get out split pushed by the Gnar.
Well,
I think in general he maybe wanted to.
Wait a minute, John. No H now. Going to be hopping over to the other side of the wall. He does have Glacial Prison up. He is going to look for the stun first. Misses the auto though. So good hit. Going to be able to get out there safely. Quite a surprise coming out from the Garen player here, as Skyfoon whiffs the hook.
He threaded the needle.
Nah, he made a goal. He made a goal. That's 1 point for Skyfoon.
Actually, kind of impressive that he missed that.
Yeah, I mean, like, there wasn't really much you could go. Like, Kingsland and Richie Rat, they're behind minions, so it's like...
Yeah, but he didn't even hit a minion. He somehow weaved through everything.
I mean, okay, let's look at the possibilities. If Richie Rat for some reason decided to flash that and it actually hit, then it would have been like an amazing hook, and Skyfoon would have been having a highlight reel right now, but it didn't really work out.
Yeah, that's fair.
He tried. Went for the play. He committed. You miss 100%. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. He took the shot. He missed, but at least you can say I didn't. At least I didn't try there. You're going to be seeing right now a little bit of a roam coming out from Sleepless, as that's going to be a flash coming out for Itchy Rat. The win now is here to play, as it is going to be a 3v4, as John No H going to be able to land the Glacial Prison, going to look really nice. That's going to be a 2-man stun coming out from Sleepless, though, as right now that's going to be a great knockback from Sleep is good. He did get exhausted. However, that's going to be a hook coming out, and I don't think that's what you want to commit. Amazing head, but Pulverize coming out from Kingsland. This is going to be 2 kills going out for SSG, and now they can look at this bot tower as top tower. That's lovely healthy. Great job for SSG, though. They played that wonderfully. If Itchy Rat flashed any later, that would have been a troubling. He had to distance himself apart from Skyfoon, so good try from Team 18, but SSG come out on top, and they're gonna be able to get this tower.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the hooks you don't take, but I don't think he wanted to take that one. So that's going to be a number of kills going over to SSG.
SSG looking really good.
First tower.
If there's one thing I want to add, I'm pretty sure at that moment Batpack screamed or something. He probably went like, "Yeah, baby, let's go." I'm pretty sure he said that. Like after that double kill, as soon as Kingsland did that, I'm pretty sure Batpack was like, "Oh my lord, whoa!" or something like that. SSG
that wouldn't be too surprising.
That's gonna really raise your spirits here. Probably like that was clean. Great job from Jono H and the Kingsland to really set up the plays here. As Batpack probably happy about finishing his Archangels here.
Yeah, so he got that, albeit delayed. Sitting at about 500 gold up on his laning opponent.
Yep. And Luden's gonna come out for a Sleepless, wants to burst damage. Not surprised, Syndra's do love that damage. Is Skyfoon in the mid lane now.
The Gnar Garen matchup going about how you would expect. The Gnar is just kind
of... Well, the Itchy Rat right now is going to get 2-manned Demacia, butthole puckered up, and just taking it right up in there. That was a great pincer from Team 18, and I'm not comfortable saying that, but that was pretty brutal. There's nothing he could do there. Just nothing.
Yeah, Kingsland tried to stay in the wings to make sure that didn't happen. Couldn't really stop it when it did, though.
Yeah, just nothing.
A little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, Itchy Rat, you don't have Flash, man. You gotta be really careful. You should be just playing with your support. Yeah, if you're even if Kingsland was there with him in the first place, I'm pretty sure he would have been a lot more safer as opposed to just Kingsland be waiting in the bush.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate, as Team 18 now going to be going for this Rift Herald. Rift Herald, yeah, he's not a dragon, sorry, Shelly. As SSG closing in on their prey, Batpack going to get knocked up, but not enough, as Kingsland now going to get stunned up, and that's going to be the win going in, but a little too deep, as we do see Sleep is good. Take a lot of damage right now. He is going to get snared. Going to really look good for Team 18. That's going to be an amazing knock. That's going to be an amazing Gnar stun right there. as SSG right now on the track to win this. As Glacier Prison is going to hit Sleep is Good, and Interact gets the kill, and that's going to be a double kill. Skyfoon, the last member left for that. He did get the Rift Herald buff. That's going to be a 4-for-1 though, 4-for-0. SSG coming out on top.
That 3-man Gnar setting up those kills beautifully. It's going to be getting that tower. They may be able to push in for a second one. With that timers coming up just now, they may be able to get there in time to defend. And so that will be enough to get SSG to pull off. But did they secure that Rift Herald?
They did not. They did not.
Syndra picked it up.
No, not Syndra. It was Nautilus.
Syndra killed it. Nautilus picked it up.
Yeah. There you go, buddy.
Okay.
Team 18.
Now that we have my confusion cleared up.
Very disorganized, engaged as they are. Going to be looking at this Earth Drake now to just pick you up the neutral objectives as they can. His backpack is going to look to teleport into lane. But overall, that was just Team 18 very disconnected there. Missing the depth charge went, but no follow-up was able to come out from that. The win went in, but couldn't really do anything because he was in a really bad spot. So Team 18 kind of just set themselves up for failure there as SSG in response. Dirty Dan! Great job, buddy. Gets the amazing Gnar ultimate. And I believe the ultimate is just called Gnar, so... Amazing Gnar with the amazing Gnar. That's good for him. Nargata.
Red buff on the Rise.
Yeah, Rise wants them to feel the pain he felt last game. SSG,
Jarvan
they
says
don't.
This blue buff is mine.
They're not getting stumped this game. SSG right now on track actually to come out on top here. As Backpack he's gonna be fine.
Backpack's positioning a little bit aggressively, considering the vision he had. Will not get punished for it.
Oof.
Good wave clear from Team 18 though with the Syndra. Not a lot that SSG can get right now.
Yeah, and now Gnar's going to be heading up towards top, maybe look to get some pressure there. Baron is up in 1:28, so that's going to be the next big thing up for both teams here. Backpack on track to the Abyssal Mask. He does have Archangel's upgraded. It is now a Seraph's Embrace. It's worth 0 gold, by the way, so if any of you are looking to sell that item, it's worth nothing, so don't even bother. It's a fun fact for you all today. Absolutely nothing.
It's worth an item slot.
Okay, yeah, but in terms of gold, it's worth nothing.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like an hour and a half into the game, you can sell it and get a different item.
Alright, well, Backpack right now with the snare. That's going to be a teleport coming out from OK39. He is Mega Gnar, but not going to commit. Goes back to Mini. And hops away. Just walks away. Interesting teleport as SSG. They looked like they were going to go for something there, but they did it. And yeah, just
more wave clear.
Yeah, more back and forth. This tower is going to go down soon. Not a lot of wave clear coming out from SSG. Oh, from Team 18 as good hit. Gonna get caught out here. Gonna get stunned up, taken down. Backpack gets the kill for himself. 4-1 and 4. Gonna look real good. Good hit. Just spotted out and taken down. See you, Garen.
And this may be the tower going. This will be the tower going down.
Yeah, the wind right now in the Raptor pit. Maybe trying to go for something there, but gonna go against that. Yeah.
Gnar without the teleport, walking down to join his team.
He's here. Little mini Gnar. Gonna do his best. Throw his gun. Ooh, that's gonna be a Glacial Prison onto the wind as he is gonna get a little bit stunned up and not take it down, just really low though. SSG. Crucial damage being thrown out as now Sleep is Good is at the bottom all by himself, and SSG are roaming to see if they can catch him out, as that's gonna be Rise Ult surprise! Here I am, but oh no, he's gonna miss the pulverize. Actually gets ahead, and Sleep is Good getting forced to pop the last hour as now SSG have priority on this lane. However,
Syndra is sitting in base right now, and so that's all the wave clear.
Team 18 not going to go for this. They're just going to go for the wave clear, but Skyfoon is going to be able to get the hook, but now he's going to get snared up and probably take him really low. Yes, Ichirat gets the kill. So Skyfoon, really optimistic, but unfortunately just goes down there, so... Yeah, that didn't work out.
For the Syndra.
Yeah.
Stalled for the Syndra to get there at the very least, and so now they should have the wave clear.
Yeah, but it is a 4v5, so...
Yeah.
Ichirat gonna have his ult up pretty soon. Oki Dirty Dan also has his ult up, but this turret is gonna go down relatively quick as right now with the wind, gonna get the Cataclysm, and Ichirat immediately flashes out. The wind gonna get taken down immediately. Good hit though, does get the ultimate. The Massian Justice gonna do a lot of damage to Ichirat, but he is deaf. Oh, sucks to suck, man. But that's gonna be a great stun coming out for Sleepless, but not gonna be enough. As good hit gonna get taken down to avenge Ichirat. Rat Pack never dies in the end. Ichirat gonna get avenged. 2 for 1. SSG on a roll.
But Team 18 did defend their turret, even if they did lose the kill trait.
Yeah, the turret's still up. Yeah.
Keep that little gold onto the map. Make sure not to. Their inner line of turrets still haven't been broken, so at least a little bit of relief from the onslaught that is SSG this game.
Well, I mean, SSG aren't ahead too much, but they're still ahead. It's just SSG just has a theoretically better comp than Team 18, so it's like
Team 18 just kind of has
Team
to
18. Honestly, no offense to them, they kind of set themselves up for this. Like now, it's the mid game. It's gonna be so hard for Team 18 to win a fight here because their comp is just all over the place, and unless it gets to late game, they really don't have a lot of damage coming out as Sleepless. Not going to be able to get the items that he wants as this blue buff. Gotta go over to Ichirat.
Do you underestimate the Garen flank?
Yeah, I'm going to underestimate a lot. There's a lot of ways SSG can, I'm just saying, Garen's going to have such a hard time going into there unless he has Flash. And, in order for him to go into, Ichirat the last fight, he had to pop his Flash. But in return, it cost 2 of his members his lives. So, there's that.
Yeah.
SSG are just, unless SSG, do, the worst throw I've ever seen, there's no way they lose. Interesting teleport to speed up the push here as the wind now gonna get gnarred up, but that's gonna be a great knockup as the wind gonna get taken down immediately. Ichirat doing a lot of damage, but that's gonna be ultimate coming out for Sleepless. He is gonna be able to take him down as Glacier Prince gonna be able to knock him down, but Dirty Dan gonna be able to flash away from there. His backpack gonna be the last remaining member in the base right now, but gonna get taken down, and that was a really, really, really weird Rise ultimate. Another flash gonna get blown here as Sleep is good. Now gonna be forced to push it, and I think we just jinxed it. As Job No H now gonna get out safely, but this dragon is gonna go. Oh no! Sleep is good, goes for the flash. Oki Dirty Dan does not have flash at all. Nothing gonna come from it. As yeah, Team 18 gonna be able to pick up this Earth Drake. Second Earth Drake of the game. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. So
a little bit aggressive from SSG to try to get that inhib.
Okay, a little aggressive is an understatement, man. They wanted that turret, but they hard committed, man, and they got punished.
Yeah. Committing too much for that turret, don't end up getting it, and end up giving a couple of kills over to Team 18, leaving more of that pressure and getting a little bit more gold into the carries of Team 18.
Yeah, and now Team 18.
Especially with the Vayne, that late game is scary.
Well, I mean, Vayne is always scary in the late game, so she does a lot of damage. She's spooky.
Currently just sitting at 50% crit chance, though.
Wait, SSG can totally go for this Baron here. They know where the jungler is. Yeah, they're just gonna go for the Baron, and Team 18, they have no way to respond here. Well, actually, Sleepless is gonna be here. She's gonna try to something. Okay, if Sleepless is able to get the Baron steal here, I'm just gonna, quit. I'm just gonna leave. God damn it! Wait, he stole the Baron! He actually got the Baron! But that's gonna be a 2-man ultimate coming out for Oki Dirty Dan. That's gonna be a Rise ultimate coming out from here. But no! You just said Ichirat to his death! He went to the purgatory and he's gone! That's gonna be a double kill coming out from the win! And that was just so unfortunate! That's not what SSG needed! And they're just taken down! And no!
Syndra with the steal.
Oh my lord!
Is it Syndra with the steal, or is it John Noach with the failed
Syndra
smite?
got the steal, and now Team 18 just gets so much off of this. The gold lead that SSG had earlier is non-existent, and Backpack sent his ADC to die. And this is her going down, but Kingsland looking for the sidelines to see if he can start something. He gets hooked by Skyfood. As now, okay, 39 trying to see if he can do something right here. As Ichirat, he does have to GA, and he's going to try to do as much damage as he can. But he's going to be autoing as his inhibitor is going to go down. As the minions are going to be in the base now, but the rest of Team 18 are out. And they are back on board, and they want to win this game.
Team 18 with the 3 turrets, the Baron, and the inhibitor. That gold lead, as you said, has vanished. As Team 18 actually sits about 100 gold up.
Oh no!
A little more as soon as they get this tower.
SSG,
So
they Domino Age. I don't know how they didn't secure that Baron, but they just didn't. Like,
now, was it a Syndra steal or a John No H smite fail?
I'm not sure. I don't know how replays work here, but I guess we can look back later, see if whose fault it was really, if anyone has the clip. You know, PM me on Discord, and I'll see who's, what's the correct answer, but that was rough. That was absolutely brutal. That's gonna feel so bad for SSG. Like, damn.
That should have been free. The Jarvan was in the bot lane.
Yeah. Like,
you should never be able to lose the Baron when the Jarvan is on the other side of the map.
Team 18 right now, they gotta feel so good. They're back on board. And the icing on the cake was Backpack's ultimate. Like, Ichirat he got dumped in the middle of hell. Like, there was a Jarvan, there was a Dallas, and there was a Garen. Like, Ichirat had no place being in the middle of the whole entire enemy team. And that was just a huge misplay from SSG. But I'm still sure they can come back from this. Their composition will allow it. But now since the gold is even, it's absolutely crucial that SSG have to team fight wonderfully here.
I'm not so sure if SSG is going to also feel comfortable enough to pick a fight. Maybe a little bit scared now that they just threw away all that gold.
Yeah, they know if the next fight they lose, they're just going to lose. It's probably an insta lose. Completely.
Yeah, and so it may also make them play a little bit
Kingsland gonna go in right now, as that's gonna be a Glacial Prison right onto the Vayne, as Vayne is gonna be able to tumble out. Ichirat gonna be forced to flash out, and there's a lot more flash gonna be blown as Backpack gets root onto Sleepless. The Sleepless is gonna get taken down. Death Charge gonna come out as Skyfu trying to Spider-Man his way out of there, but he is gonna get knocked up, but that's gonna be a great stun coming out as the win now. Gonna see if he can get a pig kill onto Ichirat, but not gonna be able to do so. He is gonna get taken down. John No H gets the kill, and that's gonna be SSG bites back.
Caster Curse as SSG proves me wrong. Right as I was saying that they might be afraid to take a fight, they pick one.
They knew
trade 2 for 0.
They knew they could win that actually, because they saw the Syndra just out of position, and they were just like, we could just go for the Vayne right now. Syndra's not going to be there in time to go for it. As now Vayne was just, she didn't have to use flash, but in return, they lose their AP carry and they lose their jungler. So that was just unfortunate, man. But SG now slowly climbing back. Ichirat gonna be able to have a little bit more items in his belt, so that's gonna really feel good. Backpack right now, relatively tanky. He's probably not gonna die anytime soon, honestly. Dragon gonna be spawning, and it is going to be a Earth Dragon. You do not want triple Earth Drake, otherwise, especially triple Earth Drake with a Vayne. So
that would be rough.
That would be so rough, yeah. As Kingsland touch Skyfoon, and Skyfoon going to run. Skyfoon escapes. As now SSG, they're just gonna secure this for himself. If for some reason this gets stolen again, I'm just gonna lose it. Okay, nice job, John No H. I'm happy for you, man. Great job. Great job.
Securing an objective.
Yep, good smite, good play. Now SSG gonna be able to get an Earth Drake for themselves. No risk of the triple Earth Dragon coming out from Team 18, so that's gonna be really good.
Next time SSG goes for a Baron, they have a little bit more damage on it, so they might not lose it again.
Yeah, that for sure. That is a true statement.
Yeah, so maybe it'll help them not get stolen from them now that they have a mountain.
Yeah, and right now we do see control wards being built as... Wait, the game... Okay, the game's fine.
Yeah, froze for me too.
I'm a lip behind. Yeah, I'm a lip behind. Okay. Just spam the plus button. I'm at 3120. That was really weird for the spectator.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. Sorry for that, folks. That was a little bit awkward. But Jarvan's build, very interesting. I'm not really too sure if he's like full tank or full damage, but I feel like lethality is not that good of an item to build right now. I feel like you should just go for the Black Cleaver, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's he trying to... Yeah, exactly. I don't know what he's trying to turn that serrated dirk into.
Probably a Duskblade. I mean, that's a free Oracle, so... You know. Some benefits, I guess.
Some, I suppose.
You may not agree with me here, but, you know... There's a will, there's a way, and Baron is going to be up in 5 seconds. Double Earth Drake on the side of Team 18. They could just rush this down, but Vayne is not there right now. They're just getting vision control as King's Lion should do his best to put as much vision as he can. Probably going to see another fight really soon. Whoever wins this fight will come out on top, or whoever gets the Baron at least, as right now Team 18 going to be going for the mid tower now. Vision control a little bit over to SSG now, as Team 18 are just going to counterattack. Get the control ward. Skyfu gets snared up. Battle. Very tanky, yeah. He does get some damage on... Well, he gets the control ward, of course. Okay, if they see that Sleep is Good is backing right now, SSG have to go in, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think they saw him back. Okay, yeah, they didn't see him back, so they can't go for that. So, yeah, they don't know at all.
Yeah, without the Vayne...
Oh, God. No, wait.
Have nothing.
Okay, John backing could be a little bit risky. But you see the wind, so safe back as Dirty Dan gonna jump forward. Shoes boomerang out. Slow him a little bit. Relatively safe. Bad pack, though. Not gonna do anything risky. Good for him. This game is very stressful.
Mid and top for SSG both have their teleports up.
Big wave bot lane, and Good Hit does not have teleport. If they, as soon as they see him at that wave bottom, SSG probably gonna take the trigger and just go for the fight. Good Hit getting closer and closer to that wave right now. They are gonna see him. Yes, they see him now, and SSG, what are they gonna do to respond? They're gonna be hiding in this bush while Team 18 no. They are... Oh, Varus ult misses. Chains of Corruption gonna miss, and that's the opportunity window gone, but they're gonna go for this Baron again. They'd be like, alright, there's no way we get this Baron stolen a second time, right?
Yeah, we have a mountain now.
Yeah, there's no way. No way at all. And it's stolen. Why am I not surprised? It's stolen. John H, though, in their area, tries to get the... Glacier Person out, but Skyfin right now in the window to fight. Dirty Dan has to flash forward and gets the fight in, but now Sleep is Good. Gonna be able to pick up the first kill of the game, and a second kill, don't kill coming out for Sleep is Good. Now he's gonna be a little bit exhausted, but that's gonna be a kill coming out for Good Hit, as this fight is just... Oh no! It's just disaster for SSG! SSG actually may have just lost a game here, and Quadra kill for Sleep is Good! SSG, they didn't have to force a fight as soon as they can. Basically, Glacial Person was completely whiffed and missed and hit the wrong person, and now Team 18, they're just able to go for this fight, and SSG, 35-13, could just get too old!
Death timer is currently sitting at 20 seconds other than the support.
This game may be over! This is game! It's game!
Unless Kingsland can pull some ridiculous
Team
support
18
1 versus 4.
Pulling off a cheese composition of their own, taking a page off their own bug, but Kingsland right now trying to save the game as much as he can, but this Nexus Tower is gonna go down, and goodbye SSG! Hello Team 18! They move on 2-0! Great job from Team 18, pulling off a composition of their own to take SSG by surprise. 2 great Baron steals coming out from Team 18, and overall, they just win the game.
What was that objective control? Like, I don't know what I just watched.
Well, okay, I will say SSG played the
man.
first half of the game like wonderfully, but as soon as that Baron steal happened, it just kind of got out of control because now Team 18 was able to come back, and because, you know, they have the Vayne as the late game carry, they were able to just play around him and just completely win the game. Good hit and the win were relatively skanky, so it was really hard to burst them down. So was Skyfoon too. So Vayne just had all the, as long as she didn't get Glacial Prison, she had all of the time in a row to just completely do as much damage she wanted. And Team 18 gonna repeat their victory from week 10. Now take over this game 2-0.
So who would you give the MVP of the series
Hey,
to?
that's my question.
Hey, that's my question I'm asking right now.
All right. Well, if I had an MVP to give, I would have to say Sleepless. And the reason for it is because Sleepless is single. Okay, so Sleepless, the reason why I'm giving him the MVP is because he's the sole reason why SSG lost the game. And I'm not saying that Team 18 won the game off Sleepless, but SSG definitely did lose the game by not being able to secure that first Baron. If they got that first Baron, they wouldn't have to deal with a immediate, like, with a gold, with Team 18 getting that immediate gold advantages. I am going to ask right now if Team 18 is available for an interview. Let me see. Where's Sleepless? But yeah, the reason why I'm giving it to Sleepless is because he was able to really force SSG to pull the trigger and make a bad call. And from that, Team 18 was able to win the game with that.
Sleepless also had a spectacular scatter of the week in that last fight. As a couple of members of SSG managed to get onto the Vayne, but Sleepless kept them off using the scatter of the week, allowed the Vayne to do Vayne things and shred up SSG, get that quadra kill. So I would have to agree, give that to Sleepless as well.
Yeah, and Sleepless, great job by getting the Team 18 back into the picture. They do move on, as right now I'm trying to figure out if we could potentially get an interview with one of the guys. But Team 18 do win this game 2-0. So congratulations to Team 18 and Screamstones Gaming. Thank you so much for playing in Resident Esports. You guys are always one of the more well-known teams, and I feel like you guys had a great season. Unfortunately, you know, not everything is going to work out, and coming from me, Sin, I hope you share the same sentiment as me, but I do sincerely hope that you guys do come back to play in the future. It's been a blast seeing you guys grow and mature as a team, and I really do hope to see more of you guys in the future.
Yeah, definitely. So, do we have any status on that interview?
All right, and Skyfoon is going to show interest in the interview. So if Skyfoon could go to pregame chat window. So Team 18 now going to be moving on. I'm not too sure on who they're going to play next. But I think most games right now are going to be finishing up. Just to recap, you guys. Doki Lee Club do win 2-0 against Lag. And that's really it. That's all we got so far. So congratulations to DLC for moving up. LAG do get knocked out, so that's unfortunate, as I'm going to see if Skyfoon is ready. Yeah, and we're going to be getting Skyfoon in here right now.
Actually, that was the most convenient game for you to find. Doki League Club plays Team 18 next.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. But
yeah,
hello, Skyfoon, and congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Thank you.
How are you feeling right now, man?
Pretty good. I have to say. I don't think I did that great that game, but I mean, my team pulled it in with amazing Baron steals. That was hype.
So, now that you guys have your 2-0 victory locked in, how did it feel? Give me your thoughts on like how you guys did in the second game, because it was really, you guys started off the early game really poorly, in my opinion, and it wasn't really looking good for you guys. Some fights lost here and there, but as soon as Sleepless was able to get that Baron steal, it kind of just, everything just got turned around, and you guys were able to pull back with the win. What was your thoughts as soon as you got that Baron steal?
It was pretty much like, holy hell, we're actually going to win, because we knew, like, second away we were going to get an inhibitor off that, and we've been, the whole game we were funneling, like, everything, like, resources into Vayne, because we're like, our team comp's pretty trash, but if we get Vayne ahead, she can kill all these tanks as long as we kite for her. Mm-hmm. So after we got the inhib, it was like, we were pretty sure we had the game from there.
So was there a specific thought process behind the Nautilus? This is just curiosity.
Honestly, we were memeing for Twitch chat. The guy cheered to get him to play Ignite Garen top lane, and then he asked for a Nautilus. So I was like, all right, I play a lot of Nautilus support.
Okay, so just memeing around. All right,
yeah,
can respect that.
Well, now with your victory,
we've played it before in the other games too, so it's not like a complete meme. We play those champions a lot, so but it wasn't like the best thing to pick into them.
Moving forward, you guys are now going to be up against DLC next week, as they did win 2-0 against LAG. So, have you guys played against DLC before, and what are your thoughts heading into the matchup?
DLC? No. We had a game against LAG. I was hoping to play them, actually, because we had to forfeit our game against them. We were hoping to get a revenge on them, but oh well. Unfortunate there, but the other team, no, I don't think we played them.
Mm-hmm. And you guys as a team, I believe you guys had a couple of surrender defeats in the beginning, right? Because you guys didn't really have a team in the beginning.
Yeah, like I was not on the original roster. I luckily got in late, and then we had a bunch of problems with people just quitting. Mm-hmm. So then finally, like, I got my friend Sleepless to join the team. Mm-hmm. He was available to play, and then eventually, like halfway through the season, we were able to get a full team together, and it's just, we clicked. It's been working great.
Yeah, and good hit 556. I believe he is your captain for the team. What is it like just working with him? And how is you guys been working as a team, and how are you guys looking forward to future matchups?
Yeah, good hit. He's great. I mean, really good top laner, really good Scion. He's done the tournament before, so he knows like how everything works, and he's been really helpful setting up everything. Mm-hmm. And what was the other second part?
And what's your guys' end game? How far do you think you guys can go?
Oh, I think we got this whole tournament in the bag, obviously.
Oh.
Confidence. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after the way you guys just played, and you guys will be moving on to our the playoff bracket. Best of luck heading into next week. Any closing thoughts from you, Skyfoon?
No, that's about it. I think. We'll see you in the finals.
All right.
Cool. Thank you so much for the interview and your time, Skyfoon. Good luck next week, and hope to see you. Hopefully, we can get another cast of you guys in the future. A lot of fun.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Cool, and moving forward now, 2-0 victory coming out from Team 18 to close up the day. What are your closing thoughts, man? That was pretty interesting second game.
Objective control. The everyone watching, objective control. don't throw on Baron. It doesn't feel good to lose that way, and you shouldn't be losing that way. Just don't. Yeah, I know it seems really obvious, but don't.
And for me, I really feel like the first game was quite unfortunate for SSG, but the second game, I feel like, they had what it took, but unfortunately, you can't really play 100% at the time. So with SSG being knocked out, we will not be seeing a 2-time champion. from a team. However, there are still plenty of people who have played in the last season gunning for that championship. But also, don't forget, we have a lot of new faces playing in Risen Esports. Now, my name is XT, and I'm joined by Synchrosteer. And before we head out, thank you all so much for watching our cast. Tomorrow, there will be no Champions League games, since they will be on a break. So tune in next Friday to see our next Rampage playoff games casted. Next Saturday, same time for us, and we will begin our Champions League playoffs starting next week. Hope to see you all there, and have a good night. Thank you.
Yep. Night.